I have never been more excited for an episode than I am right now.
I don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
I wanted there to be some mystery, some surprise.
It's like a blind date.
It's not at all like that.
Oh.
And even if you ask, the answer's no.
Oh.
But here's why. We got a present.
Oh, nice.
This is going to be good.
Awesome.
Hey there, and welcome once again to the Juror Brewery tour.
Well said.
Thanks. I'm Jay.
I'm Seth.
And today we have a special episode.
Yeah.
Michelle from Scarborough sent us something to review on the show. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Awesome.
You're the best. And so today we're going to review some beers from a place that I've never had beer from before.
Me neither.
This is Saulter Street Brewery in Toronto.
Nice.
Yeah, and they have here their Krampus gift pack.
Krampus.
He's
I
like,
had one of those. I was running a marathon, and then I got a...
okay, everyone knows that's a lie already. So Krampus is the evil version of Santa Claus, and as I'm saying this, there's probably going to be some text at the bottom of the screen that gives more detail, but
Yeah,
in reality, it's like evil Santa.
I actually think he worked with St. Nicholas.
Oh, did he?
I think that Krampus, the reading I've done, is that there's St.
read
Nicholas. The pictures I've looked at.
Much better.
It's more obvious. So there's St. Nicholas, and then Krampus comes as well. There's two people, and like Santa gives them the presents if they're good, and I think Krampus gives them, like tortures them or gives them bad stuff if they're bad, and he's like looks like a devil and stuff.
This sounds
It
awesome.
sounds awesome. It sounds like one of those crazy fairy tales. It's so morbid.
Really does.
Yeah, like scare the shit out of kids to be good.
Speaking of scaring people, these are some pretty hefty beers we have here.
Oh, really?
Yep. Within this package, we have 3 higher alcohol beers. The first is the 2019 Krampus, which is an Imperial Stout.
Okay.
The second is the 2019 Krampus Imperial Stout that's been bourbon barrel aged and spiced. And the third one is a spiced Belgian quad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we got a big night ahead of us. This is going to be great.
Wow.
So up first, we're going to have the Imperial Stout from 2019. This contains within it spices in addition to the regular ingredients for beer.
Okay.
And from what I've learned, we're looking at the same spices as mulled wine
Oh, okay.
for this one. So I'm expecting it to have a rich, deep, dark, spicy flavor, but time will tell. I love how these bottles are presented.
That's awesome.
Tall bottles, 750 milliliters. This one's 9%, but you have the cork and the cage.
That's awesome.
Very nice presentation.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That is severely dark.
That is deep, dark, and
A
rich.
little bit of brown around the edge, but
Yeah. I'm not getting much head on that at all.
no, very still.
Yeah, just a couple of bubbles, really. You could probably count them.
Well, 2019, that would be. Oh, wow. You get all of those spices in there. You get some of that the mulled wine smell. You certainly get that.
I'm getting a little bit of chocolate on the nose.
Yep.
Just a little of that. And a brightness that I can't quite identify yet.
I know. I'm trying to think of what that is.
And it's not a spicy brightness. It's almost a citrusy brightness.
It's almost like a bright lemon, but I'm wondering if it's actually a little bit of that and maybe the high alcohol. My thought is it's maybe a mixture of both.
Well, we're going to find out now.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Rich. The spices are not overpowering, and it's not like one spice stands above the others. And then as it goes on, I'm getting a finish like fruitcake, which is really nice. I'm not getting a strong boozy flavor either.
It's masked really well by the spices and by that sweetness.
I'm getting a little bit of licorice or anise in there.
Yeah, I was going to say a little bit of black licorice, yes.
Just a touch of it in there.
Yep.
Caramel. Not toffee, but caramel itself. And that might just be coming from the smoothness of it.
I was going to say that almost a creaminess of the sweet.
I'm getting a little like a Tootsie Roll. A little bit like that, but I'm getting more fruit and more spice
Like
than
molasses
Tootsie Roll.
and that kind of idea?
Sort of, but where molasses is more dominant in flavor, Tootsie Roll's a little more laid back. And this isn't a dominating flavor in any way.
No, just a little.
It's just so rich and full and dense. this is really impressive for a first one.
Wow, that's a nice beer. That was pretty great.
It's so tasty.
And so what is that same beer, what is that going to taste like when it's been aged for a year in Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to take on a lot of flavor. I wonder if we're going to get that oakiness coming through. I wonder... Oh, hey!
Wow.
Well, yeah. It's dark still, but as it poured, I noticed a lighter, russet color to it.
Right.
That head.
Wow.
That's a really nice head, very healthy.
Wow.
Looks like it's going to be fairly persistent.
Oh.
Already skipping there? All right, let's go.
The smell. Oh, the smell.
Oh, I'm getting fruits off of that.
Yeah.
I'm getting like cherry is coming right off at first, for sure.
And I'm getting some of that bourbon.
I'm definitely getting the bourbon.
Smell. Oh my God, and it's a beautiful mix. Wow. That's a nice mix of smells.
Yeah, and to me, the association of fruitcake from the first one lends itself so well to brown liquor.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Right away, the fruity berry cherry flavor hits the tongue immediately, instantly. Wow. I get a butter flavor that follows that up after it's gone down. But on the tongue, you've still got that rich, fruity spiciness and the added little touch of bourbon to it. It doesn't result in a boozier flavor.
No.
What a complex flavor profile. That's really nice.
The cherry is very pronounced with the bourbon.
Oh my gosh.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, ripe red summer cherry. That's what I'm getting off of that. The cherry is so front and center, hits the front of the tongue really nicely. The spices up in the retronasal, the back of the tongue, you get all of that beautiful bourbon taste on the sides. And then as it goes down, that buttery finish is just delicious.
You know, I'm not a bourbon or hard liquor drinker.
Because probably for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. My doctor says so. But I don't usually typically like the taste. That's why I don't drink it. I don't like bourbon. I don't like scotch. I don't like that. And so usually when we get a beer or when I get a beer that has been aged in barrels, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to like it.
Okay.
I really like this.
This is the 1 time out of 10?
I really like this.
I think the problem with 9 out of 10 of those bourbon barrel aged beers is that the bourbon dominates. This complements, it brightens the flavor, it adds a new depth and a new dimension to that Imperial Stout that we had, and it's really, really tasty. These are a rare experience that impresses even people who've had a lot of beer.
They're really good.
They're really good, and we got one more to go. This one is not a stout. This is the 2020 release, which is the Belgian Quad.
And so are they going to age this one?
I got a little insider info that this one is being aged so that next year's release will be this beer in Jamaican rum barrels. This is a little lighter. It's definitely a deep ruby red, maybe even a little darker than that.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe even a purple.
But no head. Just like the first one, we've got residual bubbles, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm getting some malts, but I'm...
Yeah, the nose is not powerful.
No, I'm not getting... I hesitate to say that I smell a tiny bit of banana, but I don't think I do. Don't know if I do.
I'm getting a touch of rye off the nose. Toasted rye. Oh, it really changes in your mouth. It does. Wow, it starts out really nice and fresh, goes through all the different sort of the Belgian, what you would expect, and then it gets just that nice, dark, rich, I almost want to say dry and bitterness, but there's still like I'm getting a lot of bitterness. Okay, well I'm not getting a lot. I'm getting a little bit of bitterness and still just a little bit of sweet, which is interesting. Oh yeah, there's sweet in there, but it's still bitter. Those strong malts that are in there are definitely giving that taste of sweet. But the sweet quickly gives way for me, and it has a very long, bitter tail to it. Yeah, that's really impacting me. I taste hints of flavors, but nothing dominating. Yeah, it's just like the slightest hint, and I'm not saying it's banana, but I mean it's barely. But there's that little bit of tingle, which is kind of nice. You know what's really nice? What complements banana really well is rum. I can't wait to see what this tastes like next year. When you add that infusion of the sweet cane sugars that are in rum and that dark malty caramel toffee sort of flavor that rum brings to the table, that's going to be a stellar beverage.
And as this sits for a year and just lives on itself, and mellows,
and the flavors come out. After having the two stouts, this one does not have the same depth of flavor character for me.
Yeah.
And so I really do wish I had started with this one.
See, I actually really like the way that we tasted tonight because we went regular stout, barrel-aged stout, so we could see the difference that a year in barrels made. And then we have this. And so in the back of my mind, I'm drinking this thinking, what is this going to be like next year? I know what this is like now. What is it going to be like after it's aged for a year?
You're absolutely right.
Just generally aged for a year, and then aged in a barrel for a year. And I think if we had started with it, I don't think I'd be thinking that as much. It really it's like a cliffhanger.
I can't wait.
I know.
For next year to find out what this is going to be like when you've added in the extra flavors of those Jamaican rum barrels, the darkness, the richness, the sweetness that may come out, and the evolution of this flavor over the next year. I'm thrilled to know that I have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
I am so happy Michelle sent us those.
You know what? Anytime that someone wants to give me free beer, I'm all in.
Hey, if you would like to sponsor a show and send us free beer, we are all in.
Yeah.
You have a favorite beer, you send it on down.
Absolutely.
We can't wait.
Yeah, you bet.
I gotta say, if you have the chance to pick up the Krampus box set, you gotta do it. That is an extraordinary experience. It's unmatched elsewhere. It's a lot of beer.
Yeah.
So don't do it alone.
Share it.
Find friends.
Share the
Find
beer.
friends, definitely.
Yeah.
But, wow.
Thanks so much for watching the Rural Juror Brewery Tour.
Well said.
Thank you.
I'm Jay.
I'm Seth.
Check us out next time when we try some more beer.
Make sure you like and subscribe below.
And definitely go to our website, ruraljurorbrewerytour.com.
It's right there. It's right there.
I know, but I'm just pointing at it.
But it is there.
Right, and I'm pointing at where it is.
They can read it though.
Right, but I'm also pointing at it so that they know to read it.
Oh, okay. What's at the website?
The website has all sorts of content, a list of all of our episodes and links to all of them, access to the blog, opportunities to sponsor the show. There's plenty there to do and see.
Yeah, beer blog every week.
I already said the thing about the beer blog.
I know, but it's really cool.
It really is.
Every week there's at least one new beer, maybe two.
At least once a week.
Because there's two of us. So we'll probably drink more than one beer a week.
That's good math, buddy.
I know.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Wow.
Do you know I was like 25 before I had fresh cherries?
Is there a joke here?
No, I'm dead serious. I was like 25 years old before I had fresh cherries. Just not something we ever got as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
and I met my wife and she's like, let's get some cherries. Like, where? Well, right here. Those are cherries? Okay, let's get some. And they were amazing and I loved them.
Cherries are the best.
Cherries are the second best.
What is the best?
Raspberries better.
Raspberries. They suck.
No. They are amazing.
No. They're on a death cane with knives everywhere. You've got to traipse through them, cut up your legs, try to get the fruit. Cherries, you just go.
Yeah, so there's no risk, there's little reward. Cherries are delicious, don't get me wrong. Love cherries, second best fruit. Raspberries win. This is the dumbest argument I think we've ever had on this show.